In a contempt of court case, the Andhra Pradesh High Court sentenced several IAS officers for jail for 1 week to 1 month and imposed fines ranging from Rs 1,000 to Rs 1 lakh on Thursday. They had failed to pay compensation for a land acquisition several years ago, even after the High Court had ordered for the payment. The Court of Justice Vattu Devanand sentenced Principal Secretary to Revenue Manmohan Singh for 4 weeks jail and imposed a fine of Rs 1,000. Similarly, Principal Secretary to Finance S.S. Rawat was sentenced to 1 month jail and a fine of Rs 2,000. Former Collector of Nellore, Review Muthayala Raju, was asked to pay Rs 1,000 as fine and was sentenced to jail for 2 weeks. A fine of Rs 2,000 was imposed on former Collector of Nellore, Sheshagiri Babu, and present Collector Chakradhar Babu. However, the court deferred implementation of the order for 4 weeks to enable the officers to file an appeal on the judgment. The officers landed in trouble because of the inordinate delay in paying a compensation of Rs 39 lakh in relation to acquisition of 3 acres of land at Kanupuru Bit 2 belonging to one Tallapaka Savitramma at Venkatachalam in SPSR Nellore district. The land was part of 10 acres acquired by the government in 2015 to construct a building for the National Institute for the Mentally Handicapped at Venkatachalam. The High Court had directed the government to pay compensation for the land within 3 months. This was not done. The woman approached the court in February 2017 after she failed to get the payment or a proper response from the revenue officials for 2 years. Surprisingly, again, officials failed to implement the order for almost a year, forcing the woman to file a contempt case in 2018. The names of Principal Secretary Revenue Manmohan Singh, Principal Secretary Finance S.S. Rawat, then CCLA Chief Commissioner Land Administration Anil Chandra Puneta, former District Collectors of Nellore, Muthayala Raju, Sheshagiri Babu, and the present Collector Chakradhar Babu, then RDO Harita and Tehsildar Somla Bhanwat had been included as respondents in the contempt case. The court served notices to the officers directing them to file counters. Justice Vattu Devanand directed all the officials to be present before the court. The court observed that top officials of revenue and finance and collectors of Nellore from time to time were responsible for the inordinate delay in paying the compensation, following which 5 IAS officers have been sentenced to jail and fined for contempt of court. Bureau Report, Hallabol.